to go into request topics because we got a good bit of them.
All right.
Do you have yours on hand of what you sent me?
Yes, I can. Are you going to read it? I always like it better when you read it. Cause
When I read it? Okay. No problem. I can do that for you, my friend. Let me see if I find it before you. I might. I like it when you read it.
It feels better.
It feels good.
I know what happens. I know what I wrote. I like when you read it because then you
React.
Will's just like, what is this shit? Will, fill the noise.
Fill the noise. Fill the noise, fill the funk.
There we go.
There
You got
is.
it?
Yeah, I always find it right away.
All right.
Balls.
Can you see that? I know my.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Well, it's that time again for your weekly Mountain Monsters update / request topic. This week we get the sequel to the Ravenmocker titled Back to Trevor, The Return of the Ravenmocker.
He's back.
It's like a fucking it's like a superhero movie on its own.
It's literally like one of those sequels: Aliens, Empire Strikes Back, Back to the Future Part 2. For this sequel, is better
This
than
is
the original.
So this is the Empire Strikes Back of the Ravenmocker saga. If you recall, the Ravenmocker has made an alliance with a ghost and a witch. It can also imitate anyone's voice. It is a shapeshifter, as Wild Bill calls it, a ship-shafter.
Yep.
Ship shape.
He calls it a ship shape.
It also has a fondness for fondling and groping anyone who enters the woods.
Which
I
it
remember that.
Did you
Yeah.
see the video clip I posted where you see like the witch hand, like
Yeah.
like Huckleberry's like something touched me.
The team meets with Trapper in a meadow located in the middle of nowhere, where we get things a little cleared up when we learn that the ghost and witch are one and the same. So instead of a triple threat, the team is dealing with just a dastardly tag team of deviants. Trapper tells the boys that there is only one way to beat the Ravenmocker. They have to get back to their Native American roots. What does this mean, you may ask? It means you sit in a teepee, smoking drugs with your face paint like the Ultimate Warrior.
Which is true. They smoke drugs.
But we will get to that later. As the team does some more investigating, they discover that if the Ravenmocker fondles you, you're marked for death.
Yep.
Well, this just pisses the team off, and they go into the woods, build a community of teepees, paint their faces like the Ultimate Warrior and the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, smoke some stuff in a pipe, and then they start lighting those Blair Witch signs on fire.
What the fuck is happening?
It was complete chaos this episode. Go on. It gets even better.
While this is going on, Jeff is back in his hut having a bad reaction to whatever he smoked because he gives a 15-minute speech into the camera about how his mother never believed in Bigfoot. As Jeff cries about this, the Ravenmocker shows up with the ghost witch. They punch the cameraman in the face, tip the teepee over, and carry Jeff off. That's a feat to be able to carry Jeff.
No, they
Yeah.
kind of lure him away.
Okay. I'm just picturing whenever you say that, they just swoop him up under the arm and just like run like quarterback
Like
style.
Heisman?
Yeah, Heisman style.
They cave the TP punch the cameraman in the face, and then
Why?
Jeff, and like they're all, like the cameraman's still filming, and Jeff's like,
I'm
oh,
like,
I can't.
Fuck you guys.
Jeff's like, I can't feel nothing, and then like you see like this woman's feet show up. The cameraman's filming. He's like, Jeff, don't go out there. And Jeff's like, I must follow.
Okay. The team finds Jeff laying spread eagle against a tree.
Yep.
He reveals the Ravenmocker and the Ghost Witch told him the exact moment of his death. This, of course, pisses Wild Bill off. He's a good Christian and he feels this is insulting to Jesus. And this is where the episode ends. My question is, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you feel these episodes featuring ghosts and witches as well as huge gaping plot holes are going to hurt the show in the long run? No.
No, I don't either.
I think this is going to do nothing but help the show.
This was an excellent episode. The 15-minute talk Jeff gives, because Jeff's crying and he's shouting at the Ravenmocker and the woman. He's like, I know you're out there. You come and face me. And he sits down. He starts crying and going, my mother, she doesn't understand my quest. She doesn't believe in Bigfoot.
My quest.
He's like, I try to tell her I have to do this.
Everybody's got a quest. Zach's Bacon's had a quest.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, this one was
Rose.
but yeah, they paint her face like axe and smash
Yep.
and demolition.
Yep.
Did you see that part where they're
Yes, yes. That's the part where my wife goes, "What the hell is going on?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Let me tell you, Hulk Hogan. These comments are coming from places unknown.
Well, what part,
Raven Mocker. Hulk Hogan.
what part did you watch up to? Did you see like the teepee getting tipped in?
Yeah.
So you saw like Jeff in there like yelling, he's like, "My mom!"
Yeah.
He's like, "My wife and my kids." He's like, "I look over my shoulder." They're like, "Don't look back, Jeff. Keep going." Hunt that Bigfoot.
Jesus Christ.
And then at the end, like, Wild Bill's like, "This damn Bigfoot don't know when you're gonna die. Only Jesus knows that."
What?
That's Wild Bill, man. He's
That's
fucking crazy.
Fantastic.
But yeah, apparently it's doing so well. It's Destination America's #1 rated show.
I don't think it's even close anymore.
Yeah.
I seriously hope people in other countries watch this and think this is fucking what's happening in America right now.
It's,
See, I want this put in a time capsule. So this can be chronicled, like, far into the future. Like, when all of us are dead, and, like, you know, they're just going through Earth looking for fossils, because it's like a wasteland, and then they come across this container of Mountain Monsters episodes.
It has to be.
And they're just like, so this is how it ended.
It has to be in a fucking box set with Ghost Adventures. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
You know, like, what happened to Earth? It was full of ghosts and monsters.
Ghost Adventures lose. Like, I can't stand that. Like, I can stand the hillbillies. They make me laugh. Like, I
Yeah.
can stand like Trapper and like Wild Bill and stuff. Where he's like ship shaper. It's one of them damn ship shapers. Zach Baggins is just
My favorite thing that he
yeah,
ever...
he's douchey.
I love the one where they were in Italy, and he's like
Yep.
wearing
Yeah.
the fucking
The
the
Plague Doctor's
plague
mask.
doctor's mask. He's like, this would have been the last thing anyone saw before they were carried away to their hell in that island, where they all died a painful, agonizing death.
You always bring up Pavilion. You like love
It's
that
my
episode.
favorite episode. Because then they're in there, and it's just like the Italian guys are just like, they're being all casual, and then like out of nowhere, they're just like, we need to leave. Like, but why? It's like, because you told me to. We need to make this scary.
I really fucking like the episode where they're on like that plantation and he's just like yelling at the ghost and the camera, not the camera.
Was that the plantation where they're like, there was a voodoo ritual going on inside the one hut?
Yeah.
Oh, for
They're
love.
like the light turned on and off. He's like, if you're in there, turn that light off right now. He goes like, boop. And it's like, my God, no one else but a ghost could have done that.
Yeah, like he's sitting there yelling at the ghost and the one guy, I can never fucking remember his name.
Aaron?
Zach,
Not the camera guy, the other guy.
Aaron and Nick.
I guess it's Nick, the guy, not the chubby guy.
Bald guy? Okay, the one that looks like
That's
he's always
Nick.
ready
That's
for a
Nick.
GQ
Nick-
cover.
Nick-
He
Nick
was
has
like,
his own
she
show
told
on.
us not to
So,
antagonize him.
Get the
I'm not
fuck out.
antagonizing them. I'm just yelling at them.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
If this is the portal of hell, why don't you come out of there and scratch
Bobby
us?
Mackey.
Yeah,
Bobby
Bob
Mackey's,
Mackey's, Bob Mackey's Music Bros. The only one I was able to watch all the way through. He's like, it scratched me.
You're like,
He's old man. He's like, oh man. He's like, that scratched me. Who did that?
But you know, Mountain
Show
Monster.
yourself.
Mountain Monster would handle that totally different. While Bill would have his Bowie knife out, like, come get you some of this, Mr. Bob Mackey.
See, like they
I'm not a
actually,
ghost.
even if it's something that's not exactly what they're looking for, they'll find something on camera. Something will happen.
Yeah.
They'll just
Yeah.
be like, "Hey Jeff, is everything safe?" And he's just like, "Yeah," and then you just see Trapper fly up in the air into a lake. That son of a bitch threw me in here. He's got snot and shit.
That son of a bitch got me right by the short ribs. He's like, it's a juvenile squatch. He's not too big, but he's strong enough to pick me up over his head. They tossed him in the pond. You just see his body flying like a rag doll. Like, ah!
This fucking old man flailing through the air.
What's he say? He goes, talk to me, Huck. And Huck's like, ain't nothing over here. 5 seconds later, you're ah! He's just flying in.
Worst security guy ever.
Jeff, I think Jeff likes Trapper not being there because he's getting more.
He's getting more
He's
press.
getting more television time. He's getting beat to shit, man. But every episode, he's getting punched in the face. He's getting hurled into things.
That's like
He's-
part of the agreement.
the one that Lightning Man struck him with lightning. He pissed himself, and his boots flew off. His body
Can you
flies
imagine
back.
that? Like they're all like at Trapper's house or whatever. He's like,
Why?
"Well, boys, I got a blood clot in my goddamn leg. Can't walk, this son of a bitch. So we got to make this interesting, Jeff. And the whole time Jeff's just like writing something because he's not paying attention because normally nothing happens for Jeff. They're like, you're going to take the brunt of the problems, Jeff. He's just like, You're going to get electrocuted and your boot's going to fly off. You're going to piss yourself. He's like, wait, what? Oh, what?
Why does
What?
that remind me of like a scene from any Home Alone movie?
He does. He flies back like you just see like Wild Bill goes nuts. He's like Jeff, and he goes running over. Jeff's like frazzled.
All right, Jeff, in this episode, you're going to get shot in the nuts with a staple gun. You're going to turn around, and then it's going to shoot you in the ass. Then you're going to fall down a flight of frozen stairs.
But they also got him doing
Step on a nail in tar.
They also got him doing like real disgust. Like they found the one missing piece of the thunder axe
Right.
in a fire. All right, and then they're like, we found it. They pull it out of the fire. It's burning hot, and all of a sudden, fucking Thunder Brothers start shaking the cabin. So they're like, oh god! They're like, we gotta pick it up. And they're like, but it's too hot. So Huckleberry goes, hold on, pisses on it.
And then Jeff picks it up.
He looks at Jeff. He looks at Jeff and goes, pick it up. And Jeff's like. He's like, oh god, he picks it up.
Oh, God.
And then like, and 3 minutes later, he's getting struck by lightning and flying out of his own shoes. So,
Oh my god.
It can only get better from here. That's all I gotta say.
well, next.
I'm just waiting for an episode where Jeff's like in the darkness, and all you hear is, Jeff, do you bleed? You will.
He also got uppercutted by the Thunder Brothers too. So besides being struck by lightning, picking up a rod filled with piss, he then was in a thing in his light. He's like, "Something turned my light out." All of a sudden, you hear someone fucking uppercuts him,
It's
and
like he's in fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
He's getting electrocuted. He's getting
he is. Well, that's why I said I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for something to throw him off the top of the cage. Like, God is my witness.
All right, we're going to have to move on. We need to get more of these out. This comes from Devin Moore. This weekend, there was a $1 million Counter-Strike Global Offensive Tournament taking place in Columbus, Ohio. A few weeks ago, there was a $3 million Dota 2 tournament in Shanghai. Blizzard is hosting 3 $500,000 tournaments in this year for Heroes of Storm. Do you believe these large prize pools give esports any more legitimacy to being considered actual sports? Also, should esports even be considered a sport, considering it requires many of the same, if not more, use of reflexes and quick decision making?
I'm not sure if we talked about this. I can't remember if I talked about it with it, but they had fucking esports on ESPN,
Yeah.
like legitimately on ESPN.
What are esports?
Like they were just
Video
saying they were
games
playing-
considered
Major
a
League
major
Gaming,
sport.
kind of, pretty
Yeah,
much.
like
the gaming
Dota.
tournaments.
Yeah, like when you go and play Halo with your team and you can win like
You know how I look at it?
$1.5 million.
I don't ever really think it's a sport, but
Yeah,
you
I
know
can't
what?
say.
If you can get a golfer with a beer gut and call that a sport, fuck it.
But you're outside and you're actually.
I'll hook my computer up
You
outside.
do this once, get in a golf cart with a beer, and drive to the ball.
Were you specifically talking about John Daly right now? 'Cause I feel like that's what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, I worked at Heritage Hills for a while, and I
Yeah,
opened,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
when all of them came in for their tee times,
Yeah.
and I would just stand there and look at them coming out, I'm like, those are athletes.
Yeah.
And the one guy's like literally walking like this because it's like his spine's just giving way to whatever he's gonna birth sooner or later.
Gravity is not
I
being
can't
his friend.
consider it a sport. I think if you call it like video game tournament, that'd be fine. Would you consider like pinball tournaments sports?
No, I said I don't consider this sports at all. I don't consider like Texas Hold'em and all that shit sports.
No,
but
neither
it's
do I. I
sports.
don't know why that's on ESPN too. That's not.
It's
sports.
because it's what's entertaining the people. They pick what is going to get them the most views. And while it may be extremely competitive and you need to have good decision making, it's not what the dictionary would define as a sport.
See, the funny thing is, they like, you know, he has right here like all these things that they're giving out all this money for, and I've heard for years like, you know, if you get into professional gaming, you can make some money. I'm like, where do you find the fucking information on any of this shit? Like, you just start playing well, and then eventually somebody just shows up and they're like, we've been watching you.
No, the way
You're
it
a good
works-
Halo player.
The way it works is you just sign up for small time tournaments. And usually you have to do it with a group of people, and if you do well in that, you can move up. It's just like
I ain't got time for that shit. I'm making my millions now, motherfucker.
it's just like when you do anything kind of like baseball or any other kind of real sport, you start in school, and then you go to college, and you do stuff like that.
I've seen movies. You start right in the majors.
I
swear to God.
knew that there was
Major
a
League.
professional basketball player who commented on us. His name is Gordon Hayward. He plays for the Utah Jazz. And he came out and he defended Major League Gaming and e-gaming or esports as an actual sport, saying that it's something that takes dedication and time in your life where you have to work up to it. He
Yeah.
considers it a sport.
It's not like you can
Now,
just
is it
jump
a
into it and I'm going to be a millionaire now.
Is it a sport? Is it a spectator sport? That's where I get a little iffy on it because I don't know if I really want to sit there and watch professional gaming. I just don't.
I'm iffy about that as well because there's certain games I could never fucking watch. I would just be bored.
Hey,
out of
some
my
people
fucking
will.
mind.
Some people like to watch a car go around, like make left turns all day.
I don't
so-
consider that a
Making
sport.
a left turn.
No, I don't consider Daytona a sport.
I don't
either.
consider that a sport.
But they do it for years. They start young. They practice
They
constantly.
practice driving around the track
Yeah.
at 500 miles an hour.
Yeah, because you have to be able to
At
control
6
the
years
car at those types of speeds when you're like
Have you
this
ever-
close to somebody and not wreck.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Maybe
been
you want to
to,
wreck.
Dude, I do that all the day, every day on 30 going to work. Jesus Christ.
Have you ever been to like Kentucky and Alabama and stuff? They're down there like 6 years old, barefoot, driving around. That's Michael
it's a
PSA's
fucking
country.
auto
down
They
there.
body.
pop out of the room, they cut the
Backwoods
umbilical
Autobahn
cord, and the
down
kid drives around a go-kart. That's
Yeah.
how it happens.
So they get home.
Yeah.
Like, you better learn how to drive. You're not eating every
Get in that fucking car.
Yeah, it's I don't.
Hook up them stilts to his
Not
feet.
first, you're last.
If you don't do it in the Olympics, if it's not baseball, hockey, which they all do in the Olympics.
First of all, I'm going to
basketball,
stop you right now because
football.
ping pong is in the Olympics.
It's a sport.
So,
Technically, it's a
so's
sport
curling.
because it's the same thing as
I don't
tennis
get
with a
that.
smaller net.
Curling is just extreme sweeping. That's all.
Here's the thing where, like, you kind of, like, you brought this up earlier, you referred to these golfers as athletes. I don't necessarily think you have to be an athlete to participate in a sport.
No, you
John
don't.
Kruk. Is that where we don't want to-
John Kruk was an American legend.
That's just the way I look at
But
it.
he wrote a book that says, "I'm not an athlete, ma'am. I'm a ball player."
I will say, like I said, I'll say that it's a
God damn
sport,
it.
but I won't say that it's a spectator sport, in my opinion.
A lot of people can't watch. Like I said, certain games I could never watch. It's just boring as shit to me. But like some games, I'll put it on the background while I'm doing other things.
Yeah, but here's my thing. You can call it a sport, so then you could just have a guy who's like really good at Dota, and he's a sports star.
No, he's an esports star.
We're really like we're splitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We're
that's
splitting
kinda
hairs that I
that's
don't
like,
have.
but
Yeah.
that's kind of like you're saying that like Wayne Gretzky is a sports star. He's a hockey star. He wasn't good at other sports. Well, he may have been, but he wasn't good at. He was
He was
best
not
at
recognized for
We
it.
know he wasn't good at gambling. We know that.
hockey. Well, this is true. And his kid was terrible in baseball. He just got released by the
It's
Angels.
like Michael Jordan was
But,
very, very good at fucking basketball. He sucked at baseball, and I would doubt he'd do any good at football.
So are we just? So because I'm saying sports is in the plural, is that why we're splitting hairs? Or
It's not Bo
I'm just
Jackson.
saying like somebody just saying I'm a sports star.
They can say it. I'm not gonna believe it. Because if I met like any of those MLG players and like, yeah, I'm a sports star. I played Dota.
You know what? If some basement dwellers are making tons of money, who the fuck am I?
You know, in Devil's Advocate,
Who am I to
you know,
argue?
the thing is people probably said the same thing about skateboarders 25 years ago. They were like, they're
Yeah.
not really athletes. They're not really, you know, it's not a sport.
Except you can seriously get injured skateboarding.
And then X Games
But I
and
would
Blink
argue-
182
You
came around. and-
Oh no!
Look, I spend all my whole day watching people play video games, and I gotta tell you, there's nothing athletic or sportsy about it. I have no problem with it being called a tournament. I have no problem. I mean, if somebody's willing to pay $3 million for it, but
Okay.
I wouldn't call it.
I can agree with that one.
I just don't know how the
agree with
money's
that.
there.
What do you mean? How the money is there?
Are
I
these
mean, Mountain
tournaments in
Dew's
Asia?
going to run out of money
Are
eventually,
these
right?
tournaments are in Asia, correct?
Companies
What's
like
that?
These tournaments are in Asia, correct?
no, there's
No,
some-
they're here.
There's European ones. There's Asian ones.
I know-
There's American ones.
I was
yeah.
reading something where the majority of because I was actually looking up Shane McMahon,
A lot of the MOBAs
but the one,
are in like Asia.
the ones for like the Asian ones, they really took off and stuff because they don't have access. The government controls like on demand pay-per-view and stuff. So one of the only forms they have of entertainment are government-approved movies such as The Martian and Transformers because they
Well, yeah.
yeah, and Terminator Genesis, and then video games,
Yeah.
which they because government says like they're
Yeah.
they control everything over there. So
I know this is gonna be really fucking nerdy of me, or whatever. We America beat China last year at the Dota Summit in a very, very, very close match.
what is
for
Dota?
Defense of the Ancients, the MOBA
It's an online multiplayer.
for Valve.
We cast lightning bolts and shit all the time. It's a game where you're looking at it's like Diablo but with a lot more people. Put it that way.
No,
Yeah.
it's a top down. It's a top down isometric game where you play as a hero character and you try to destroy the base of the other team.
Capture the flag? You can't go outside and like capture the flag? Is that?
Huh? No, that's you're talking about movement. All right, go on.
All
Moving on. Frankie gave us this one. Anyone watch any season 2 of Daredevil yet?
Yes.
Any opinions on the Punisher and Elektra and its story and the preview of Luke Cage? Any thoughts on that? Do you see a crossover movie in the future with Netflix superheroes with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and all of them getting together?
Yeah, they've actually
It's
announced
gonna
it. I believe.
happen, yeah.
I believe they've announced it.
Son of a
Defenders.
bitch.
Yeah. Punisher was excellent.
Yep.
Best representation of the Punisher yet.
I agree.
Where
Yeah,
am I?
like Marky
Where am
Mark.
I with Daredevil right now? When he first meets Night Nurse, I think that's where I'm at.
Ow.
I got a lot to go.
You're
Yeah.
like the third episode or something.
Of the first season, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the fight. It was like that cool hallway fight.
Yeah,
And then
There's actually a
he's in
really
the
cool
trash can.
Yep.
scene similar to that, like a one-shot fight on a stair and through a hallway and down a stairwell, and it's really well done. And the camera, like the way they move the camera around, they had to have been like on a drone or
It's
something.
just like
the way they did it.
I think the
with
Punisher
Birdman,
Yeah.
the director, that was all one continuous shot.
Yeah.
Punisher's fight scenes, like the jail scene and stuff, and in the second season, I think are better than that. The way they did Punisher, I don't know how you can't do a separate Punisher show.
Oh, you could.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Punisher character in
Shane.
this season.
Elektra, I'm kind of.
Shane McBadcop from Walking Dead.
See, I watched 4 episodes of The Walking Dead. I don't know why. Like sometimes I get into stuff, I'm like, that's not bad, and I just never go back to it. Breaking Bad was the only one I stuck with the whole way.
Because it's fucking amazing.
But yeah, I didn't. Elektra was okay.
I didn't care
for,
much for the actress.
Yeah, I didn't care for her too much.
I've heard a lot of people say she was just pretty forgetful. Like,
Yeah,
Should she have gotten her tits out?
I'm sorry. Isn't the blonde-haired chick?
not hanging sacks.
Isn't the blonde-haired chick the one from True Blood? Isn't she in the comic books married to Foggy?
Who character does she play?
She's in the. You've only seen 3 episodes. She's in the first one.
You're
She's
talking about the girl that,
the secretary for
has on the
Murdoch.
run from... Yeah, and she's the secretary, yeah.
She's married to Foggy in the comics,
I
right?
believe so.
Then why is she
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I know who you're talking.
why is she letting Matt Murdock hit it?
Because he's
Fuck,
blind.
fuck that guy. Fuck the other guy. He's
Nah,
he's named after something that reminds me of amphibians all the fucking time.
I think that that's just for now. I don't think that's like a long run thing. I think it's just kind of like
He's Daredevil. You let him tap whatever he wants to tap.
my thought was, why wasn't he more pissed off? Because he did have a thing for her in the first season. You
Yeah.
could clearly tell. And then he's just like, "It's good to see you happy, Matt." Like, really?
Well, he's also
Like,
got that hot, like,
Yeah.
slutty voyeur blonde. I'd rather go with her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even understand how, like, their relationship
Yeah, no,
works.
no,
It's
no.
so weird.
Okay, so they announced them doing a show with all these
Defenders.
Yeah.
Defenders. Okay,
Which is going to be Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and
Because
Daredevil.
that's one that everybody keeps forgetting about is Iron Fist is going to have its own
Oh,
series too.
they were flipping out about it.
Yeah.
Iron Fist
Because-
is fucking ridiculous.
They
though.
were the SJWs came out for that as well.
Marvel.
Why?
Bruce Lee.
Because you know how Iron Fist is like in the comic books, he's like a white guy,
Yeah.
but he like trains with like Asians and whatnot.
Yeah, so did Batman.
So, but they're saying, well, his name's a bunch of SJWs who never read the comic book were like, well, he knows martial arts. He's got to be Asian. You're appropriating Asian culture.
Appropriating. Yeah.
Isn't that's like pointing the finger back at yourself too? You're just like, well, it's martial arts, so he has to be Asian.
Yeah,
only Asians know how to fight in this style.
That's why 4chan loves ripping them apart because they're hypocritical like that,
Yeah.
dude. They're like,
Yeah.
That just reminds me of that fucking the episode of South Park with Russell Crowe,
Yeah.
and he goes over to Asia. He's like, ugh, They like to fight with their feet.
And the one guy like kicks him. He's like, "Oh, you've done it now."
Making songs and fighting around the world.
And as far as Luke Cage goes, he
Good
was
cast for that.
very good in the Jessica Jones series.
See, I wasn't a fan
Cast
of
for not Jessica, for Luke Cage.
some new. He's a new name guy.
Yeah,
I've
he's-
seen him in
he's-
something else.
He's done other stuff, but he's
See,
not a name.
Personally, I prefer
He's that guy
when
with
they
muscles.
cast people that aren't well known, because that means they're hungrier, which means they're going to be putting more into their.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I loved
I
when
have no
Jessica
problem with
Jones
that.
started. It was like that episode, like it was like I guess it's the second episode where like they bump uglies together, and like people were going nuts, like what? What's this interracial relationship shit? I'm like, it happened in the comics.
Yeah, I don't have a.
Wait, they're fucking. What's going on? I'm watching Marvel, and they're
And
fucking
people were
right
like,
now.
I can't believe something Marvel got so graphic. I'm like, it was written in the Marvel Max series,
Yeah.
where basically they're like, hey, write whatever the fuck you want to write.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Wolverine Marvel Max series, he's fucking people like left and right in that book. Like, just every fucking scene, he's just like, Bob.
I just don't like. I don't like Jessica Jones. I think
Yeah.
she's boring. Like I thought the
No.
show was boring.
I didn't,
Jessica.
Yeah.
I didn't really,
That purple guy, like that guy who controls.
I don't really care for that actress though either.
No,
like a lot of
she-
people said they liked her, and I'm like, even in Breaking Bad, I was like, I can't wait till she dies because I know what's happening. But spoilers
Yeah.
for who haven't watched the best show ever.
Yeah, she's
It's actually rated as the second greatest show of all time, behind Band of Brothers.
I want to put a pizza on my roof right now.
I'd probably put Seinfeld up there instead of. I like Breaking Bad, but Seinfeld to me is.
Well, that's probably the best comedy ever on TV.
They weren't rating it on like overall everything in the show. I mean, Seinfeld's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as engaging as Breaking Bad.
I wish they would have done Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Punisher instead of Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is kind of like a character that fucking.
They did
Brian
Jessica
Michael
Jones
Bendis wrote.
because they wanted a female character.
You have Elektra in Daredevil. She's like the ultimate
Right.
female character.
Yeah.
She doesn't come off super likable though.
But she's,
But then neither is Jessica Jones.
And
I
Jessica
get-
Jones is like
Yeah.
a character Brian Michael Bendis like created to be like in the background for Luke Cage.
Well, see, here's my other thing. Like, if you want to take more B Squad people, and why not make a She-Hulk show?
Well, there you go.
You can
No
fucking-
one would fucking. I'm sorry, but
They
no one
already
would watch
did. It
She-Hulk.
stars Joni Laurer and.
I saw that.
I would fucking watch
video.
the shit out of that. Fucking a lawyer that can Hulk out and beat the shit out of people. That's awesome.
So I used to watch the cartoon. And
I
it was,
saw the Joni Lauer China starring one, and it didn't have a happy ending. It wasn't exactly.
Well, I'm just coming like off the top of my
No, I
head.
know
I'm
what
thinking
you're saying,
You
yeah.
could do a Patsy Walker Hellcat show if you wanted to. You could do
Well,
like
Patsy Walker's in Jessica Jones, and there was talk about doing that.
okay. Well, there you go.
But
If they wanted to, they could spin off some
Is
of the
she-
new Marvel stuff.
She's the
that's go-
radio host girl. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
If they wanted to, they could make a show off some of the new Marvel Universe stuff. You could make the all new Wolverine. It's X-23 is Wolverine. You could make a show off of her.
See, they can't
Why not?
because Fox owns the rights.
yeah, to anything mutant.
Fucking damn it.
it's so fucking dumb.
Well then, whatever. I don't know.
I would.
The only
They
two that
some
make the
other
crossover are
Deathstrike.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. They can go on both shows.
Okay.
You go on both
They're
shows.
both,
Yeah.
Well, Quicksilver's dead.
in the Marvel universe, not in the
Yeah.
Fox
All
universe.
right. Well, we
Right.
got one more here. We got to do real quick.
Couldn't call his dad Magneto to stop those Ultron robots.
Yeah.
You can talk VR until Sony maybe does something. Wow. Okay.
Let me read it.
I'm serious. I'm reading it
sure
verbatim,
is.
like
Which one?
bottom.
You can talk about VR until Sony maybe does something is a super 1500 plus new computer and 600 plus for the visor even worth it. Sony is even releasing a new system for theirs, it seems. By Dave Fry. Basically he's saying
Let's talk about. I have a topic we can talk about.
he's basically saying you'll be paying $2,100 for anything that'd be worthwhile
No.
in VR.
Look, people are going to be using it to view porn. They already have it on Naughty
Have
America.
you seen that shit?
See, this is funny. This isn't even available in HomeJet, and people are like, "Get it ready for porn."
Well, dude, they already have.
That's what you all.
One of the most downloaded apps on PS4 is Pornhub.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
They have it.
I'm glad you know, Will.
They have it on
They
the
talked about it on the Completely Unnecessary
He's
podcast.
one of them.
He has an Expo. He doesn't have a
Look,
PS4.
I had the Naughty America app, and VR. They put VR videos up for Naughty America. So it's some sort of virtual reality.
Well,
system's
you know,
gotta
it's
be-
still, you know, even if porn is great, I'm not paying $2,100 to watch it.
Yeah.
No thank you.
Yeah.
I think VR has a foothold at some point in time, but it needs to be more affordable to the the market of the people that just want to play a fucking game.
It's just like one of the burgeoning anything that comes out. When you first get a PC, you're like, I'm not going to spend a shit ton of money. I'll get a low-end one, and then as I start to understand more about this, I'll either make my own or not fucking get a new one.
You know, the company to watch in all this is Valve.
Oh, yeah.
No, Valve don't know shit.
Are you serious right now?
They put out a fucking controller made of spoons. I ain't fucking dealing with this shit.
I hope it goes the way of 3D televisions. I'm just,
See, that's exactly what I was going to go to. Stole my thunder. No, I was like, when this comes out, I was like, so I'm buying goggles, I'm putting on my fucking face to do something that I've already done already. 3D TV. So I'm gonna sit in the comfort of my own home with an uncomfortable contraption harnessed to my fucking face, and just be like, wow.
I don't think it looks like. I mean,
Well, if you look at all the gimmicks they've tried to throw on the TVs in the last couple of years, you had the
Mine has
one
a
that
toaster.
you had the one that had
All I
the
want is
light, the
smell-o-vision.
ambient lights that came out of the side of it. You had the
Oh,
ones
God.
that were like bent inwards. They were like
The curved.
the
Yeah.
curved ones. Then you have they're all going smart now.
You know, the
So-
easiest thing for that color television would be like when Shark Week comes along. It's just blue for
Yeah.
fucking 2 hours.
I didn't understand it. Is it supposed to be the colors on the sides of the screen bleed out, or is it just like it?
No, it's supposed to put a color on the back on your wall that corresponds with the main color that's in the shot that you're watching at that time. So it makes you more immersed. And I'm like, I ain't just gonna sit there and be like, my neighbor's gonna think there's a constant party at my house. 24 fucking 7.
or you could just go outside and experience life.
Yeah,
You could just
I really want to jump in the ocean with sharks.
If that's your thing.
No, he means like if you want to be more immersed, you can go outside
I
and
understand
experience
that, but
reality.
If I wouldn't be immersed with watching something dangerous, I want to be immersed with watching
Dude,
something
I want to get
dangerous.
shot at, like for real. I don't want to watch it on TV. I want to get mugged, motherfucker.
I just don't get it anymore.
And then I want a blind superhero to
It's
save my
because
ass.
we're becoming more desensitized to things. So
Yeah.
we have to.
I feel like
up for it.
I feel like I'm just getting old. Maybe it's.
Dude, I feel
I
it.
just-
I haven't cried in a decade. I don't feel feelings no more.
Yeah, I just don't like. I get like, oh, we need
Maybe you need to
VR
get
and we
married.
need TVs that bleed onto the back wall so you feel more immersed. Go the fuck outside. Walk. Enjoy life. Why you gotta watch fucking sit inside with Naughty America on a VR?
And another thing that they've done is like with TVs now, they all get mounted to a wall, and they're like, well, we don't like these wires, so now we have like wireless HDMI connections and shit. It's just wild.
You know what I did? I got a piece of tubing that the posters came in,
Yeah.
and I cut one section, painted it the same color as my wall, did double-sided tape, and just put that on there.
See, you went above me. I would just fucking use paper towel rolls.
I had the poster.
Paper towel rolls, and then like whatever
Yeah.
gets like left
A lot
over.
of people also just
The bottom that's going inside of a Papa John's box.
holes in the wall and feed wires to that.
All right. Well, there we go. I think we touched everything. If we missed anything, I'm sorry, but we are running over again.
Hell,
WrestleMania show.
Yeah, sorry.
Probably gonna be up this. They're probably gonna be up today.
This is this is past that.
Yeah.
So I know you love promoting it.
Go back and watch it. Listen
Yeah,
to
if you
it.
didn't watch it, go back and watch that shit. It's funny as hell.
Watch, listen.
All right. So as always, down below, I'm going to have all the annotations of all the places you can find all of our content. And you guys watching, thank you so much for watching. You guys listening, thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you all in the next episode.